Alright, welcome. So, how to go on a villain arc. Now, the type of villain arc I'm talking about is not the one where you become Evil Knievel, you become the fucking Joker, and you start robbing banks and shit, start punching people. I'm not talking about that kind of villain arc. The villain arc I'm talking about is a villain arc where you be productive and you change your life. You completely 180-degree turn your life into the right direction and you improve every aspect of it. I'm going to teach you in this video how to take this dark emotion that you have within you, kind of turn it up and take it and drive it in the right direction. So when I say you're going to become a villain, I'm not saying you're going to become a bad person. I'm saying you're going to become the complete opposite. You're going to become a fucking G. So that being said, I'm going to start with the first step. The first step on going on this villain arc in this transformative period of life where you turn your life around and become as best as you possibly can is to become depressed. Either you become depressed or you start depressed. I'm not saying become depressed as in the sense of, oh yeah, my life sucks, I'm emo, I have fucking black hair and I wear all black and I'm wearing all black right now, but I'm not emo. I'm not saying become emo. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you're likely already depressed. If you clicked on a video like this, you're probably already depressed, you're not in a good mood, and you have this dark energy within you. So the first step is that you need to become depressed. And the reason why is because when you're depressed, that's when you can turn your life around. When you're depressed, it's when your soul is malleable enough for you to go through the pain of actually improving your life, when you're willing to do whatever it takes. It's when you get into that dark energy to the point where someone wants to shoot you, you're like, fuck it, shoot me anyways. I don't care anymore. That's that dark energy. So likely you're already depressed, maybe from a heartbreak, maybe because you got bullied or something, whatever it is. You need this depression to go on this villain arc. And this happens a lot after heartbreak. When dudes get heartbroken, they're like, yeah, bro, fuck it, I'm hitting the gym. Excuse me. I'm hitting the gym, I'm going hard, I'm gonna fucking change my life around. Yeah. That's the kind of depression I'm talking about. When you get your heart broken by some bitch or something like that. Something of that means there needs to be some type of event or something that puts you in this state of depression to the point where you're just so sick of it and your soul is malleable enough for you to actually go through the pain and change your life. So that's the first step. Now the next step. You need to be angry. You need to understand. There is people who have disrespected you. There is people who have overlooked you. There is women who looked your way and immediately looked away because they thought you weren't worth a dime. They thought you weren't worth a second of their time and attention. There's people who have doubted you. There's people who have blatantly insulted you and bullied you. There's people who have shoved you around, said some word, people talking about you behind their back. There's people who have stabbed you in your back. There's people who have betrayed you. You need to understand that there is people like that in the world. There's enemies. There's genuine enemies of yours out there prospering. And it's up to you to channel that dark energy and realize that, you know what? Yeah, I do have energy. I do have enemies. I do have times where I wish I could have done something. I want to prove these people wrong. You need to channel all that fucking energy and get angry. Almost get angry to the point where you get angry at the world. I'm not saying go fucking burn it down or become a crazy, world leader. I don't want to say his name, but I'm not saying become a psychopath, but you need to understand that there's people who are genuine enemies of yours. You need to get angry. All the fucking moments where they doubted you, they fucking disrespected you. Think about how important respect is. There's people who have died on the streets just because of respect. There's people who have gotten into fights and are serving life in jail because of disrespect. Oh, you're a bitch, bro. What'd you say? Oh, yeah, you're a bitch. Pulls out the gun, shoots them in jail for life just because of respect. Respect is everything to a guy. So think about all the times you've been disrespected. You know them better than I do. You need to get angry. Don't be hyper emotional and start stabbing people, but get angry at the world and channel this energy to something productive, like working out, like speaking on camera, like making videos like how I am. You need to channel it into improving your life. So that's the next step. The third step, you almost need to completely cut yourself off from women. So you need to understand which season of life you're in. There's 2 seasons of life for your kind of type. We're on self-improvement. There's either the season where you're in building mode and you're building up your life and you're getting more fit, you're getting more money, you're establishing yourself as a man. That's the building mode. Then there's the kingdom maintenance mode. That's the other mode where you're already like 30 years old, you have all the fucking cars, you have the house, you have your dream woman, you have your fucking body right, you're jacked, you have everything and you're just maintaining it because you're already at your peak. Most likely if you're watching this video, you're not at your peak yet. So 9 times out of 10, I'm willing to bet that you are on your building mode. And if you're in your building mode, you need to lock the fuck in. Because every 6 months, your life improves. And the quality of women you attract is higher tier. So right now, if you improve every single year, every single 6 months, you're going to be attracting a new tier of woman that is more attractive, more feminine, and better for you. Right? I think you would agree with me on that. The more upgraded you are, the better women you get. So that means this moment, this version of you right now is the one who's attracting the least attractive women to you. Because in the future, you're always going to be improving. So that means now you're going to get the worst women at this very moment. This is the worst kind of women you're going to be getting at this period of time. Knowing that, you should kind of turn your brain off when it comes to women. And this is something I struggle with. I need to turn my brain when it comes to women because society, they tell you, oh, you don't have a girlfriend. Oh, why don't you have a girlfriend? Why don't you become fucking simple like us? Yeah, why don't you waste all your time? No, I am focused on my fucking goals. I am focused on improving my life. There was a kid I was just walking home with today. He's like, bro, have you ever had a girlfriend? I was like, no. Have you ever had a girlfriend? Well, I just said no. I could consider some of the girls my girlfriend, but I cut them off. So I just said no. And he was like, bro, you don't have a girlfriend, bro? But I'm thinking to myself, bro, why the fuck do you need a girlfriend? You're a fucking loser. You are a fucking loser. You don't need a girlfriend. Any girlfriend you have now is gonna fucking leave you. That's why I don't have a girlfriend, because I'm focused on improving my life, improving my social skills, upgrading. Because I understand now is the time where I'm gonna get the worst quality women of my entire fucking life. With that being said, you need to turn your brain off when it comes to women. Like I said, I'm struggling with this myself. You might be struggling with it, but when it comes to women, you need to turn your brain off because, especially what I'm about to say, because there's a next step that you need to do to go in this villain arc, and that's to be on retention. Be on semen retention, that's what it's called. It's where you're not jacking off, you're not ejaculating, and it's where you're not fucking women. Literally, like actually fucking women. Literally. So you're not spilling any semen of yours. This is a practice that boxers have used. Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali. These guys need to be at their highest performance when it comes to boxing. So they're fighting in the ring. If they lose, they're going to get knocked out. They're going to get hurt. So they did everything they could to perform well. And these boxers, they would abstain from jerking off and abstain from having sex. Because when you do that for a long period of time, 6 months, 1 year, it builds up so much fucking pressure within you. Because you get horny, but you can't release it. So you're just fucking agitated. And you need this agitation if you want to go on a villain arc that's productive. You need this agitation, this fucking pressure. Like, you know what? Yeah, I need to fucking do something. You need that. So I'd say completely abstain from women at this period of time in your villain arc. So like I said, let's recap very shortly. 1, you need to be almost depressed. So your soul is malleable enough to go through the pain to actually change your life. That's step 1. Step 2, you need to be angry. There's people who have disrespected you blatantly in front of others, in front of the huzz. You should get angry. Not in an evil way, but get angry. Use that dark energy towards your goals. And 3, abstain from jerking off in sex completely. And this is something I still struggle with. I'm struggling with this, and I'm teaching you it. But I'm telling you, go 6 months, go 1 year, no sex, no jerking off. You're going to have so much fucking pressure within you. You're going to be angry. You're going to be on your shit. That's step 3. The next thing, step 4, you need to have a little bit of an ego. You need some sort of ego. You need some sort of ego because, look, the thing is, man, people always say, oh, don't have an ego. Ego's the enemy. You need some degree of ego. I'm not saying think you're better than other people, than other races. I'm not saying thinking you're fucking better than people. But what I'm saying is you need to carry yourself like a G. You need to have an ego attached to that. Yes, I have an ego. I admit to the fucking world I have an ego. That's why I want to be in shape, because I feel like I want to be the shit. So yeah, I'm going to work out and be in shape because I have an ego. That's what makes me want to be in shape. I have an ego. That's why I'm recording videos. That's why I wanted to learn how to speak. That's why I wanted to look max, because I have an ego. I have some degree of an ego that's making me want to be presentable to the world. So you need some sort of ego. You know, when celebrities, they win a Grammy, they're sitting there, oh, thank you guys, oh, yeah, thank you to all my fans, mwah. They won the fucking Grammy, they're holding their fucking trophy. Deep down, those people are exceptional people, because I think we all can agree, if you win a Grammy, you're exceptional, because most people don't win Grammys. They're sitting up there, deep down, let me tell you a secret, deep down they're thinking to themselves, yeah, I'm the fucking shit. Hell yeah, I'm the fucking man. Of course I got this Grammy. I had a vision of getting this Grammy years ago, and I finally fucking achieved it, because I'm the fucking G. That's how they think deep down, but on the outside, oh yeah, guys, thank you, all my fans. You need to have an ego. Almost every successful person has an ego. You think Genghis Khan, the fucking emperor who conquered all of the Eastern world, you think he didn't have an ego? Of course he had an ego. Have some degree of an ego, and I'm telling you, it's going to help you on this villain arc and help you transform your life once and for all. With that being said, I'm not saying think you're better than everyone. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying think you're better than broke people. I'm not saying think you're better than shorter people. I'm not saying that. But have some degree of ego. Okay? That's the next step. And 5. This is optional. And if you're on self-improvement and you really don't like watching shorts, you really don't like watching TV shows, then it might not be for you. But a lot of my life philosophy that I get is from The Arrow. If you don't know what The Arrow is, it's basically a TV show where this guy, he gets trapped on an island, whatever. He stays there for 5 years. He comes back to his city because his father told him to right his wrongs. And he gave him this book. And this guy, he spent time on the island. He learned archery, whatever. He came back to his city to right his father's wrongs as a superhero with a bow and arrow. And basically, there's this villain in the show named Malcolm Merlin. And he's extreme when it comes to his actions, when it comes to his plans. If you want to learn how to be a villain, you'd learn from Malcolm Merlin. I highly recommend you watch The Arrow, season 1, because that's the best season. Watch season 1 of The Arrow. It's on Netflix. It's going away December 18th, so watch it soon. December 18th, 2025, for those of you watching this years in the future. Watch this show, and I'm telling you, you're going to learn everything you need to know about duty to your bloodline, everything you need to know about being a villain. The video cut off, but I'm telling you, if you watch The Arrow, you're going to learn everything you need to know. Alright, I get a lot of my philosophy from Arrow. Training in the dungeon. Staying in the trenches. I learned all that shit from Arrow. I started working out because of Arrow, the TV show. I was inspired by this, and chances are, if you're like me, you're going to be inspired by The Arrow as well. Now listen, if you don't want to watch TV shows, oh, TV shows is bullshit. Oh, I'm productive, bro. I got to stay productive. Perfectly fine. I completely agree with you. Stay focused on the goals and take action. But I'm telling you, if you're a guy who watches TV shows, you don't know what to fucking watch, I'd say watch Arrow season 1, because it changed my life and it may just change yours, and it'll teach you everything you know about becoming a villain. Just to recap very, very quickly. Step 1, you need to become depressed enough to the point where your soul is malleable enough to go through the pain and change your life. Step 2, selective anger. You need to be angry. There's people who have disrespected you. There's people who overlooked you, doubted you. Get angry and use that as fucking fuel to work out, to start a business, to do whatever, get on self-improvement. Step 3, retention. This builds up so much fucking pressure within you, abstaining from jerking off and having sex, that you're going to be on your shit. Step 4, having some degree of ego. Don't think you're better than other people. Step 5, watch the arrow. This is optional. Now listen very quickly. I have an Instagram. I want you to DM me on Instagram. Tell me about your problems on self-improvement. And I'm going to use your feedback to directly improve this channel. I'm going to put my link to my Instagram in the description. Send me a DM. Trust me, bro. I'll respond. Trust me. If I get super big, maybe I won't respond to you. But text me there. I want to hear from you guys. I want to make these videos better. This is everything you need to know step by step on how to become a villain.